Money. The root of all evil, the source of all darkness, and the thing that keeps that hamster wheel going and going and going. Said people who aren't happy, the churches that still ask you for money, and rich people that wouldn't trade places with you. Yeah, it's the reality. Money is a concept that is pertinent to any level of society. Even the societies that weren't the most advanced had some sort of money in order to function. In concept, at least, it just keeps the world going around and keeps things in order. Obviously, there are a few exceptions to that. But for the sake of this video and just being positive, money equals good. And getting more money equals more good. It's a simple formula, really. But unfortunately, since the market crash of 2008 that I was too young to financially capitalize on, the economy has been pretty volatile for the most part. We've definitely had some ups and downs, but I feel like we've managed to stay pretty relatively consistent in terms of what our money is worth. But what happens when nothing changes? At least, nothing in your life. But what happens when an outside force that you have, for the most part, no control of, greatly affects the amount of money that you're able to keep in your pocket? No, you didn't get fired. No, you didn't drop any money on the street. Sometimes you're even making more money. It's just that the value of the money that you already have turns to pretty much shit. Enter inflation. Enter 2020, March and April to be exact. Due to the 2020 chickenpox, businesses were pretty scared at the time that no one would have enough money to buy their goods. So they essentially slowed down and, in some cases, even stopped production, manufacturing, shipping, and distribution of their products. Just a bit of an anecdote for you guys that still pains me to this day. And honestly, unless you're like a geek ass dude, you're probably not even gonna understand anything I'm saying. But I paid $700 for a 2060 graphics card. So, you know, if you're a crypto miner that was going up back then and doing your thing, fuck you. Anyways, due to this company inactivity, a lot of people started rushing to these stores and panic buying pretty much everything, I ain't even gonna lie. But mostly the things that were coveted and really needed at that time. Cleaning supplies, masks, protective equipment, and fucking toilet paper, which I always thought was stupid. Y'all really only did that because of FOMO, let's be honest here. Because with all the bullshit going on around that time, for some odd reason, the thing that a lot of these news articles wanted to make the most clear was that toilet paper was the most popular thing going off of these shelves. And so what do the sheep whose actions are dictated by the rest of society do? They also go to the store and they buy more toilet paper. Like, guys, people are dying, and the luxury of wiping our ass is really the first thing on our to-do list? There's definitely ways around that. Look at what our ancestors did. They got pretty goddamn creative. And this, guys, is when I knew natural selection was real. But back to the point. Due to us kind of being inside all day, working from home, and essentially receiving free money from the government in the form of the stimmy, such as the PPP loan scam. Y'all do y'all research on that. As well as no longer having to spend as much money on usual services like going out on the weekends, gas, or other things that we kind of had no reason to do because we were inside. We have people with a bunch of money, some of it earned, some of it not really, and essentially all that money is chasing the same things. And really, we just had money to blow. This is why the stock market and crypto, from actual investments to scams, became so popular during this time. Because people really didn't have much else to spend money on. But at the same time, we get bored. So we're gonna throw it at anything. So it started with the toilet paper, then eventually it moved on to fitness and health because people started to realize how important that was, you know, in a time where people were passing away and stuff. And now that the world is back to normal, that demand has now shifted drastically towards really anything in one way or another because we're still recovering. And it's really affecting society right now. Now, we went on ahead and got the educational segment out of the way. Right now, you guys know about inflation, why it happened, how it happened, and why things are so messed up. I just want to complain a little bit. Inflation is cooking us. Absolutely cooking us. Everything is too goddamn expensive, and honestly, I don't even know how we're expected to live. And it's worse for me because I live in New York City. So really, everyone is struggling, but I live life on 5x difficulty mode. On top of my safety being at risk just stepping outside, it feels like every time I take a breath, $5 is being depleted from my pockets. The other day I found $20 in my pants pocket when I was doing laundry. You guys know how it is to find money in your pants pocket. I was fucking ecstatic. I was ready to tell my mom that I was gonna wash all the dishes in the sink, and the dishes was looking like this. So happy, in fact, that I went to all my family members and I said, you know what, guys, what do you want from the store? I was feeling like the Black Santa. Everyone gets something because it's $20. And that's a lot of money. Right? My dad asked for like some ice cream or something, which is like, all right, you know, in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's like what, $4, maybe $5 for a pint of ice cream. I think my mom asked for like, I don't know, something that women ask for when you go to the store. And like my sister, I don't really remember what she wanted. Just know that she didn't get it. So that's like 3 items that I have to buy before I even get to make the decision for what I want for myself. So first thing I do is I go to the store, I get the items that my family requested from me, and I put them on the counter. The Aki rings all that up. No more than 2 items in, my total was already $9 fucking dollars. I immediately start sweating. So I immediately start fucking sweating and panicking because I found $20 and I'm happy, and you know, I want to get my family stuff, but like, goddamn, it's looking like after I get everyone what they want, I'm not gonna have anything for myself. In New York, like 10 years ago, $20 made you rich. Well, then again, I was like a kid 20 years ago, so you know, it might not really, I don't care. $20 was getting you, at least if you stretched it, you could legitimately get 15 items from the dollar store or the corner store or the deli or whatever you went to. I blew everything out of proportion in that moment. I was about 4 items in, guys, and I kid you not, my $20 was completely gone and I had nothing to show for it. But a happy family, right? No, because I didn't even get my father the right ice cream flavor. And this goes for everything, guys. It's gotten to the point where even fast food is now considered a luxury. You can't make this shit up. It's actually true. So, right, you know, cool. When it comes to eating, you can't go to the corner store and get a deal. You can't get fast food and get a deal. Cook at home. And personally, I'm nerfed in many aspects when it comes to cooking at home because I don't know how to fucking cook, but I'll still try. I'll still try. I grab 2 iced teas. So I go to the grocery store, I grab a few items, maybe no more than like 6, you know, some juice, some meat, and like the other stuff that you make food with. Why is it that after buying 6 to 7 items, I'm already at the brink of $100? What am I supposed to eat? Y'all thought y'all was funny making fun of me for being 6'3" and 140 pounds 2 videos ago. But the thing I'm trying to explain to you guys is this is the reason why. Don't even get me started on going out to eat. I don't remember the last time I bought a meal that wasn't at least $10. And if it does get to that point where I buy a meal that's a little bit on the cheaper side, I feel like my stomach is about to fall through my ass. There's nothing to do. Then you go to a restaurant. On top of me spending $25+ on a meal, it's socially acceptable to tip. And I'm not that kind of guy. I'm gonna always tip my waiters and waitresses. But I'll be so happy eating my food and already having like a number in my head for what I'm about to pay for this meal. And then I remember, oh shit, tax, tip. And you know what? It's okay. It's whatever. All right, tip, cool. It is what it is. Until I start seeing stores that don't have any employees that assisted me, and the machines are still asking for tips. Like, what the, like, how was that even a thing? I'm essentially just donating money to you. I don't even say yes when they ask me to donate the last 7 of my cents to some random foundation that the company supports. So what the flying is gonna make you think that I'm just gonna donate money to people that didn't even do anything for me? And don't even get me started on when you go to those food places, you check out, you pay for your food, and then the tip screen comes up. And then the employees will literally do this. You gonna tip? You gonna tip? I'm breathing down your fucking neck. Are you gonna tip? They don't actually say that, but it's like you're so close to me to essentially make me feel intimidated into giving you a tip. Don't do that shit to me, because now you're definitely not getting anything. Even something as simple as thrifting for clothes. Now guys, I already suck at thrifting, and honestly I don't really like it. I feel like I have an eye for what I want, and if I don't immediately see it, I give up. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have the patience for it. But thrifting is supposed to be an option for people that don't have the money to just go out and buy new clothes. But y'all fashion dudes killed it. There is no reason why I can go to Soho and a fast fashion store is less expensive than going to the thrift store now. What are people even supposed to do at this point? You can't go outside naked because that'll land you in jail. There really ain't that many options. Cars cost too much money. Houses cost too much money. And honestly, I don't even know how my generation is supposed to move out of their parents' house because this shit is ridiculous. Everywhere you go, you're being charged more, and yet people are still not making more money. The fare for the trains, the fare for public transportation raised again. But you know what else is raising? The crime rate on public transportation. So it ain't even worth it. It doesn't balance out, and it's bullshit. Entertainment is becoming expensive. Everything has a subscription service. And obviously certain companies own certain IPs, so you have to buy different subscription services depending on what it is that you want to watch. So now let's say I want to watch Hulu because it has some show that I like, Netflix, and Amazon Prime to watch Invincible. That is already damn near $50 being drained out of my bank account just so I could watch shit that I like to watch. And those aren't even the only options. If you had all three of those services, you'd just barely be scratching the surface. And don't even get me started on gaming. RIP to people that enjoy playing sports games, such as myself. I play a little bit. I'm really trying to get out of it, but there's no competition. So if I want to play a basketball game, it's 2K or nothing. So on top of the fact that games aren't even $60 to $50 at retail anymore, you gotta spend $100 minimum just to upgrade your player all the way, and they're locking certain features behind paying again for a season pass. Shout out to my story mode games that just come out with one game, one purchase, and that's all they ask for. And it's a good game. You'd think a company charging me at least $300 to play the game would be good, but it isn't. Every 5 seconds I have to be smacked with another company advertising themselves to me when I just want to play the game and watch my stuff, bro. It's just, I don't know where to turn anymore. Everywhere I go, I get charged to do anything. It ain't even free to get punched in the face anymore. I gotta pay $2. And because money just isn't worth what it used to be worth anymore, there's really nothing you can do about it. You just gotta work harder. You gotta make more money. And honestly, that's inspiring me to do better. There's no time to play around anymore. I'm on my grind. So you know what, guys? I'll see you guys in 2 months when I decide to upload again.
If she suck your dick, you get sent to hell. She a sucker bitch, she a Jezebel. May not be for me, but shorty got the power to a love.